Oh my God, guys. Hi, I'm Callie.
I'm Jessica.
And we are Reality Check, here to give you all the Vegas tea and celebrity drama. We have someone special here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Stoner Rob.
This is an amazing spot right here, Reality Check.
Listen, we're having a good time, and that's all that matters.
Well, whenever I meet up at a bar, there's no you can have. That's how they got me. They're like, "Are you in town?" I was like, "Not even." They're like, "It's at a bar." I'm like, "I'll make the flight."
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do
Here
it.
he is.
Say less.
do it.
There's alcohol. Jessica's making drinks. Say less.
Yes.
Off the clock. Say less.
Oh, yeah. Now there's like, oh, I can't even wait to taste these.
Oh, yeah. So, Jessica, what are you making?
Okay, so earlier this week, Rob asked me for like a White Russian, and I was like, I can do that, or I can make you a boozy Wendy's Frosty.
Oh, yeah. And considering I'm not friends with Putin, I went with the Frosty. There's nothing white or Russian about it.
I was like, where's this going? Oh.
But I have been in a girl named Wendy, so the Frosty works out perfect for the Wendy's effects.
Just something to make you think of her.
So
That's all.
I'm doing 1.5 ounces of peanut butter chocolate whiskey.
Peanut butter chocolate whiskey?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And then
Peanut butter chocolate whiskey?
Peanut butter chocolate. Yeah, here, smell it.
What? For all you guys that try to drink Screwball, this is your next step.
That's what I've been trying to
Yeah,
tell
no,
you.
Oh, yeah,
We've been
that's
talking
the
about it
next
for a long
step.
time.
Dude, I have been
That's
trying
the
to
next
get.
step.
Listen, I work at 2 different bars and both of them order Screwball, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Okay.
No,
Well,
it's good.
It's
It's
a
good.
white people thing.
Apparently. So
It is.
then I've got some Argentinian horchata.
Whoa. Oh, you're speaking my language now. Well, not really. You said it weird. But it's horchata is going to be going
I'm
into...
white.
Yeah, there it is. This is...
There was the white part.
There it is.
Right part of the
So
Russian.
get some of that horchata, guys. She's been around the block. She's a horchata.
That's what makes it special.
Horchata.
Dirty little horchata, you.
Okay. So, and then I've got some Buffalo Trace bourbon cream.
Buffalo. Why is everything that's going in your drink I've never heard of in my life?
I know, right?
This sounds like it's way too expensive for me to be tasting.
So,
Thank God it's free.
You know what? You know what I think I'm gonna do too? Underneath here, there's some dough ball whiskey.
Dough ball whiskey. You want me to hand you that?
Yep, hand me that.
All right, there you are. I'm
So-
a bartender now. Look at me.
I know, right?
So this is cookie dough flavored whiskey.
Cookie dough flavored whiskey. Where do they have stuff like
Dude,
this
I
at?
have barbecue flavored whiskey down
Yeah,
here
it
too.
tastes like barbecue sauce. It is wild.
What?
Yeah,
It's wild.
it's wild.
Just give me the barbecue whiskey and plain chips.
So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do like just a 1/4 ounce of the cookie dough, right?
Just a cue, guys.
And then I'm gonna do
For
a
you at
couple dashes of chocolate bitters.
Yum, yum.
See, a 1/4 ounce to you is one thing. To me, it's 7 grams, man. That's a total difference.
So basically, this cocktail's all liquor.
All right. Well, Vicky, if you are watching this, this is what happened to your show.
She loves me. You can just tell her I was here.
What happened to Rob?
I was just doing Jessica's show, and she gave me a lot of liquor.
She could be like, Rob took his clothes off on stage. Like it's hot.
It's either going to be the best show of your life or the worst. It's going to be great. It's gonna be
I don't remember it either way. So
Yeah.
oh God.
That's a Wendy's Frosty.
No. How does that make? Where do you even like? Where does your mind start working when you're like, I'll just mix these and it'll taste like something good?
It just goes through.
It just
The
like
same
works
way.
in your
Okay,
head.
so basically the same way that like when if you like are asleep in the middle of the night, you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I have the best joke, and then you like write it down. I do that with liquor, and then I go right to the liquor store.
Yep.
And then you go right to the liquor store?
Yeah, as soon as I wake up.
They might think you're an alcoholic, honestly.
Guys,
I need
this now. I don't think about it.
Russian DePasio, Chardonnay, whatever that. She gets. There's crazy liquors here, guys.
Yeah.
I don't recognize anything. Oh, Jack Daniels.
Crown.
Crown. They've never been touched.
Yes. All right, so that's
Whoa.
for you.
Whoa. Okay. Cheers to you at home in internet land. I was gonna say TV land. You can't say that no more.
Mm-mm-mm. Drum roll.
Oh my God. Oh. That's like ice cream had sex with chocolate, and then liquor was invited and snuck in the back door. Oh my God.
It looks really creamy and nice. It's nice.
That's what they tell. Oh, you're talking about the drink. The drink is too. This is.
So
Would you like to try it?
No, I'm good, thank you.
So I'm
I had
doing.
a bad chocolate wine.
She doesn't do
time.
chocolate. She doesn't do
Yeah.
chocolate.
Chocolate wine time?
Yeah, I literally threw up for days. So
There's
now,
chocolate wine?
yeah, it's not good. I threw up for
Okay,
days.
white people need to stop inventing stuff. you
It's like just
you invent the craziest shit. This is a gummy bear shot. You know what gummy bears? Like, what the fuck you talking about? You go to any other country, like you go to Mexico, they're not like, hey, would you like a
have this?
chamoy? Tamale? Fucking pico de gallo?
Could you imagine? It'd probably be a
Chicken and
good
mole
way.
shot? Huh?
So-
Be a good
Never.
Bloody
They're just
Mary.
like tequila, here, tequila con un corona. Oh, you ain't got no money? Un pacifico.
So right now, I'm making Callie and I elderberry spritzers.
Oh my
So I took
goodness.
elderberry tea, like the hot tea that you get at the store, and I turned it into a simple syrup.
Oh, you were telling me you were gonna do that.
I was telling Callie, she goes, "You were telling me." That was like her exact words earlier. We're like, "You were telling me you were gonna do
You
that."
did that, and
I
it looks
did it.
like that clean.
Yeah.
And can you just like drink it like that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But
it's
very
sweet.
sugary.
Let me see.
Shot, 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 shot.
Oh God, that's so good though. You could add that to anything in the world right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I gotta get a new pour spout on here. Let's do a real one.
Just go hard. Stoner Rob's here on this episode. We could go hood. Just pour it, Holmes.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, now, what's the name of this again?
Yours is a one. Oh,
No.
this is an elderberry spritz.
Elderberry Spritz.
Yeah.
Yes, with homemade elderberry syrup.
It sounds like a porno name in the 80s.
right.
Starring Elderberry Spritz.
The massive bushes.
So it's got.
Just the biggest bush. That was her thing.
Is that edited? No, that's here.
Yeah.
You thought you were watching Asian porn, but you're not. It's just 80s.
Okay. So
And what's that you put in there?
So there's Smirnoff Citron
Oh,
with elderberry simple with lemon juice, club soda, and prosecco.
What?
listen, I'm excited.
You could hear the drink. You know it's gonna sound. You know it's gonna be good when you could hear the drink. It's all
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. All right.
Oh, this is perfect.
That's how you do
This
it.
is perfect.
Hell yeah.
Just smash that down.
Do you want to try this one?
Sure. This is gonna be this. This is gonna be this, guys. Rob, come to a bar. Your parole officer won't mind it. That's a joke at home, guys. Oh, that's so good.
I know, right?
That's like a sit by the pool drink right
Yes.
there.
Yes, and that's honestly what we were talking about earlier. We're like, we just want something light and refreshing. This is it.
That is a sit by the pool drink with with some elderberries on top floating.
Oh, yeah. You could charge $40 for that.
Are elderberries just old strawberries? Hello, you get it? That was stupid. I gotta get one stupid one out every time.
So you guys just did a fun adventure at, was it Insomniac Television?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that was fun. You guys got to giggle on TV and have some alcohol there too.
Yeah. Everything we've been doing lately has been pretty good. We've been drunk.
Well, he got to drink.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you had to go to work.
I had to go to work right after.
So did I, but we have very different
Jobs.
jobs.
Yeah.
If I go not drunk, they're like, "What's wrong with you?"
Can you be fun, please?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
happening?
That's so funny. But yeah, so you guys got to do that. Hopefully that goes on YouTube soon. We'll put the link below. But thanks for coming. This is really exciting. So let's just dive in. You grew up in Riverside, California?
Yes, I did.
And you were also telling us how you came to Vegas like monthly.
Monthly.
For a very long time.
Yeah, so ever since the day I was born,
Yeah.
my mom, she was a pro-am bowler. So she
That's
bowled
cool.
here in Vegas every month, one weekend a month, every month
Yeah.
for my whole life. So I came and I stayed at the Aladdin. I stayed at
wow.
Barbary Coast. I've stayed at Stardust. I've stayed at the most fun, the Showboat.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I stayed at
That's
Nevada Landing in Jean.
Oh my goodness.
I've stayed at places where people are like, what? Like,
What?
I'll trip people out when we used to come to Vegas before I had like residencies or anything.
Speaking of
here.
things that are haunted. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I would come here and people like with homies, And it'd be like their first time. They're like, man, I got to use the restroom. I'd be like, check it out, bro. Go through
Right
those
here.
slot machines, make a right, and then go down those steps. There's a bathroom right there. They're like, how do you know this? I'm like, bro, I know this whole town, brother.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny too because so my best friend growing up here, their parents were really into bowling, so I used to go to those competitions and stuff with them all the time. So I'm like, I wonder if we like cross
Sound
paths.
and
Yeah, all that stuff.
football,
So,
yeah.
like, I was just like this young little kid, but it's just so funny to think. It's like, oh, I wonder if we cross paths every once in a while. Like, how weird.
I was the teenager smoking weed, not caring.
Right. I was just, I don't know, I was running up and down doing something. But like growing up, were you like funny as a kid? Like growing up, was comedy like pretty easy? Were you always kind of goofy?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Always the class clown,
Oh
like-
yeah, always.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I'm a comedian because this is all I know how to do. Like I can't stay at real jobs. I was that guy. You guys don't even know. I'll push it to. I was that guy. Like I was always good at whatever real job.
Yeah.
But I just didn't care. Like if my friends called and they're like, "Oh, you're at work. We're all going to Six Flags." I'm like, "Okay, hold on." And I
And
swear
then
I
you
would
just get
do
your
this.
shift covered and go.
Oh, not
or you
shift
just
covered,
call
girl.
up.
I'm cynical. I would be like, bros, call back, call the work phone, say my mom died.
Damn.
And then they'll come get me, and then you guys pick me up in 10 minutes outside. They'll be like, all right. They'll be like, Rob, I got some bad news, dude. You gotta talk about this.
Right, 2 months later.
Or like, how many times your mom died this year? We're like, 6.
Damn, 6 moms?
I'm Mormon.
You know what? They couldn't say shit.
Yeah, exactly. Religious rights.
That's fucking wild, Rob.
Yeah, I'm out there. That's why I told you I can have a real job. Lucky I could do this. My mom doesn't have to die when I do comedy.
Exactly. You could just show up. That's funny. And how did
I'm like mouthful of words. Rob says that, and I'm like, oh god.
And so so you're doing all this. How does that kind of lead into going into radio?
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, really?
Check this out. The reason I got into radio, I just got into jail. Like, every time I've gone to jail too, it's been for weed. It's for cultivation, possession.
Yeah, we should go get Mark next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Casa Grande.
I've always been locked up for weed, so I got out, like, I got a warehouse job, and we're listening to the radio, like, over the loudspeakers, and there was a contest going on. I call in, I win. So they're like, you get to come down and take a shirt off of a Playboy model's back. That's your prize.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, okay.
Hell yeah.
So I go in there, and I'm always been, like I said, I've always been funny.
Yeah.
So I go in there, and they're like, damn, you smell good, blah, blah. I've always smoked massive weed. So when I go in, I take the shirt off, and they're like, if you're married, don't let your wife smell that shirt. It's got perfume. I'm like, yeah, right. If she's driving, don't let the cops smell her since I touched her, man. And they're like, oh my God, that's hilarious. Where'd you come from? And I was like, Willie Nelson's closet. And they're like, no, what the hell? So the next week happened to be 420. And they were like, you got to come back. You got to come back for 420.
That's so funny.
So I'm like, okay. So I go back for 420. And the next thing you know, they're like, you got to come back once a month. So I go back the next week, and they're like, dude, you got to come like once a week. Dude,
That's
you got to
awesome.
come twice. So then I just started doing radio as a radio
Yeah.
personality. So that's how I started in comedy too.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we had comedians come in. They're like, "You're funny. You should do
this."
comedy." And I'm like, "I don't even know."
That would be such a compliment, but also so scary because
Oh.
you're like, what do you mean I can be good?
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
that mean? Like, I don't know. Like,
Well, it's like, where do you fill out that application?
yeah, like how?
Comedian, huh?
So
Yeah,
I-
how do you get started?
So I get that like downstairs at the bar a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why does the blind man fall into the well? Like,
Yeah.
because he couldn't see that well. You know, and they're like,
Yeah.
and people are like, oh my God, you're so funny. Like, you know, you should, and I'm like, no, the opening show is right here. Like, this is your opening.
She's
This is
warming
your like
them up.
this is like your pre-show right here
Yeah.
before you go upstairs to like the real comedians.
And
Like,
then-
I got nothing. Like,
yeah, like this is.
Did they come upstairs and we're like, "Did you hear that girl steal our well joke we wrote?"
Like,
We're up to about 3:45 in the a.m.s right now.
I'm like, God damn it.
well, yeah, because like, why did the blind man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see that well. Why did the deaf guy fall into the well? Because he couldn't hear that well.
Yeah, you just keep making drinks, Jess. We're handle the damn jokes.
I just get you drunk so that these are funny.
Hey, I couldn't do this if I had to cover the bar for 10 minutes. something like, can you make me a Cosmo? I'm like, Coors Light? Yeah, let me get that for you.
Right for you.
Dude, I heard this story about Meg over at Carnival Court.
Uh-huh.
Like when he started Carnival Court, they flew him in from like Lithuania, I think.
Oh.
And he didn't speak a word of English, so no matter what you ordered, he was like, "Here's your Jameson." Like,
Why? Out of all the bartenders ever. Hey, let's get a guy that can't speak to anybody.
You're right.
This will be fun.
Put him on the
he's
strip.
fucking talented, like,
Yeah,
but
he
it's
is.
like, oh,
What does
like,
it matter if you don't?
I know you can't
Here's your
use it.
fucking shot of J-Mo. Like, no matter what. Like, I don't know if that's true, but that's the legend that I heard, and I've never actually asked him about it. But I
That's
heard
so
like,
funny.
We didn't ask you guys' number? I need to find out now if this is true.
so yeah.
That's funny.
Because if so, like, what year was this? Because people didn't complain back then. Remember, people didn't really complain. Now people will complain about every single thing.
Yeah.
It's like, God, jeez, man.
Especially
Remember that
in
chick with
Vegas.
the pineapple juice? Remember that?
Oh,
At the
you were
club?
there for
I
that?
was there for that. And remember I told you, I
Oh.
said, take a fucking new pineapple juice over there and open it at her table with the can opener.
Dude.
That'd be the greatest thing. Like, you know how fish it is? You know how fish it
So
is?
what happened was, this lady, I made her a Malibu pineapple.
Okay.
Brand new pineapple we opened the night before, right?
Okay.
So when you take the pineapple out of the can and you pour it in a store and pour, it's good for 7 days.
Okay, so it's fresh.
So it was
We're
day
good.
2, and they restocked it at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Right? And
It's
so this
fresh.
is like the second show of the next
Yeah.
day, right? Fresh. She was like, this is not right. Like, this is expired. Why are you? And I'm like, ma'am, it's brand new. It's brand new.
Mix. Yeah.
And it's like, it came from like the Dole cans. They are all in the same. We got a case. They have all the same expiration dates on them.
Yeah.
Like they're
the same. I
in
don't
the
know tell
in
you.
the cans. They expire in October of 2026. We're good.
Yeah,
So,
they're
like,
not bad.
So I poured it, and she's still. And then her husband was literally like, "That says a lot that if you're trying to serve us expired pineapple." Like Rob's sitting there watching this all happen.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell are
what
these people talking about?
Did they just not want to pay their tab? Obviously.
Well, no, they already paid it, but they were like
Oh.
bitching, and I
hate
I
those
poured her
people.
It
another
was
one, and she's
far
like,
out.
Like, just
still-
don't
she's
buy
like,
a
"Is
new
that
one."
the same can?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, so I finally I opened another one,
Uh-huh.
and I poured it. And she's like, "See, this is good." I'm like, "It's the same
Fucking batch.
it's
I
the
don't know what
same
to tell you.
And then Gabby comes downstairs, and I'm telling her about it, and she's like, "You should have just called me downstairs. I would have told them to fuck off." Like, she was like, "No, I would," like, she wouldn't have said that, but she was
Yeah,
like,
like, I
I
would've
would
told
have
them
been
to go
like,
home.
"I'm not wasting product because your taste buds are off." Like, you know, like, sorry.
No, it's been happening a lot in this town, especially because it's just like people are nickel and diming you. It's all
The
right.
pineapple
I get it.
juice is
I get it.
expired.
Tired.
Who the fuck are you, Chef Ramsay ass?
Right, come
Telling
on.
me the 90 different things that are in this?
Right, like choose another bar. There's 9,000 of them outside. I don't tell you.
That's like,
Like, go
Jim
home.
Gaffigan's joke. Like when they always come over and go, "Would you like some fresh ground pepper?" And it's like, can anyone tell the difference between fresh and not fresh pepper? Like, hey, I'm a pepper expert, buddy. This pepper's expired.
Could you imagine? This tastes stale.
Yeah, something's wrong with your pepper and your pineapple juice.
You know what's
Something's
happening
wrong with
too.
your grater. So
Yeah, right. It's like fresh. Right?
They're probably swingers. They were just trying to be like, there's something wrong with the pineapple. It's not upside down.
Oh, yeah.
You wanna come join us? You know what I'm saying? That's
Why
probably
you
what.
pour it upside down? Like,
See?
So they took it.
They were
as
trying to go
that,
home with you.
Clearly,
They were trying to go home.
do you want some chocolate whiskey to sip on?
No, I still have to. Girl, I have
Oops,
shows
I
and
gotta
meetings.
Okay.
I killed this thing. I was like, there's no alcohol in this. Now I'm like, I feel very well.
You're like, I feel
It's hot.
There is not one mixer
Take
in
my
there.
shirt off on this podcast.
It is all liquor.
hours earlier than planned. That's funny. So when you were on the radio show or when you were on the network, who were you interviewing and like who were your biggest people that were pushing you to do comedy?
Oh, so the person that told me to do it was Christopher Titus.
Oh, okay.
Christopher Titus was like, dude, do comedy. Do
Oh my god,
comedy.
he's so funny. He was in he was in that one show that I'll think of it.
The Titus Show?
No,
He had his own show
Yeah,
on Fox, The
that's
Titus Show. The Titus Show with his brother.
that's the name of it.
I was like, yeah.
I've never seen the show before. She's a
You're
step
too
on
young.
me.
You're too young. You wouldn't remember the show. You were watching, well, what is it?
Miss Rachel.
Well, you were watching Drake Shot The Boomafoo or whatever. Degrassi.
Degrassi. I was watching Degrassi, so that checks out.
There it is. That explains everything right here. Can we show up your shirt, by the way? Are you tall enough to have to kneel down? I'll kneel down. You can stand on me. Look at this. The greatest Hannah Montana shirt bought by Jess. This is the dopest.
MVP of the night.
I'd wear that Miley Cyrus shirt.
If I found that shit back on TikTok, if I got you, what would you actually wear that?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Tell me I don't have the voice of Miley Cyrus. It's me, Miley Cyrus, and Lucille Ball on her deathbed. We sound But then Miley can still turn it on and just sing. That's what's hilarious. She's like, hey, I just want to thank everybody. That's it. Why don't you do that when you talk? Why don't you hear your raspy ass Virginia Slim voice?
So much Virginia Slim voice. Jeez.
I'm lactose intolerant. You got any cigarettes?
This is the kind of shit we couldn't talk about on Insomniac Radio.
Yeah, real talk.
Television.
Real talk.
They don't let me.
Both our interviews got cut short.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd be scared to let people say
Even
everything.
even like the truth and brown sugar part, I was like, all the bartender shit was like gone.
Yeah.
It was all like, there was one bartender question and the rest were all like weed ones. And I was like, what the fuck? Like all the shit that made me look super smart is like gone.
Not gone.
By the way, I went 5 for 5 on the weed ones, guys.
What kind of questions
I
did they
missed
ask?
one.
I went 4 for 5.
Yeah, all you
I
guys,
didn't know about the damn tiki drink that nobody's ever fucking heard of. Like,
all you guys too on the weed one. Everybody got the High Times one wrong. Everyone thought High Times was made in 1988 in Jamaica,
bro,
and it's not. It was made.
I agreed with everything you did
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you're a fucking expert. And then when like with the bartender questions, everybody just kind of agreed with me.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, whatever Jess says, I don't even know what the hell that is. They're like, what you call it is made of these, and this. She's like, no, absolutely not. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Not even. Not even.
It was like truth or brown sugar. A hairy navel is peach schnapps and orange juice.
You were telling me, and I was like, no, I
and
don't
I
think so
go,
either.
no.
And I was like,
it's
yeah,
got vodka
yep.
in it.
There it is.
A fuzzy navel is peach schnapps and orange juice. A hairy navel has peach schnapps, vodka, and OJ.
Yeah, and I disagreed.
You're like,
the
yeah,
guy that got
that sounds
screwed
right.
was the guy that had to answer before. It's like, you're wrong every time. Jess, what do you think?
That's funny. I haven't watched it yet. It's not on YouTube, and I'm really upset because I was gonna watch it
It
before
was
I came
on
here.
NBC.
I know. I wasn't even. I was
I
in
got off
California.
work. I got off
So was
work.
I.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
I actually got off work, and I was home, and I was home by like 12:30, and I'm like, fuck, I have to stay up.
You
Listen, I
didn't
spelled my name
remember
right.
about it. I totally forgot about it.
No, because Jonathan sent me a text with my pictures, and he's like, hey, your episode airs tonight. So I told all of my bar guests at Vic
watch
that
it?
night to
Did you
stay
get
up.
on TV?
I was like, yo guys, I'm gonna be on TV. Even people that had just come to the bar for the very first time and didn't know who the fuck I was like setting their alarms and shit.
To
Like,
watch it. That's so awesome, though.
yeah.
No, I was
Like,
just.
so we can go, oh, we know her. She was our bartender tonight.
That's funny. I was just happy they spelled my name right because it's spelled with a K, not because. Anyways, I don't know. Listen, I didn't spell my name, but
You didn't spell your name, or you didn't
I
give
didn't.
yourself my
I didn't
name?
give myself my name. I
Like,
spell it. So
I
like.
hope you can spell it.
No, I didn't. Yeah. But they spelled my name right because everyone spells my name wrong, and I was like, finally.
How do they spell your name usually?
KALLIE instead of like a CALI.
Oh,
Yeah.
but the correct spelling is with.
It's technically, well, yeah, CALI is normally how I've seen other Callie spelled, but mine has to be
It's right there,
fancy.
Cali.
Yeah, see? Yeah, exactly.
This ain't for no
But-
woman. It's for California.
Yeah, exactly.
Cali, baby.
So yeah, but anyways. So your first show, the first show you've ever comedy show, it was like a sold out night.
Yeah, it was the
and,
Dirty
like,
Show. It was the Dirty Show. Christopher Titus, I believe, was on the show. It was Corey and Chad.
Okay.
And I went up first. But what's great is, like, it was at the Ontario Improv. So my first show ever was at the Improv. My second show was at the Improv. Like, I came up a total different way than any other comedians because I worked with them first, then worked with Ralphie, then John Witherspoon, and then, like, and those were my shows. It only took me a year to have my own show at the Improv. first Tuesday of every month.
Yeah.
So I had
okay.
my own show at the Improv in a year.
You
but
literally like took off. Like, I mean, you're just like, here we go.
Flying. But like that first show, I did stupid. Like you get laughs because it's the way people think and perceive shit. So if you're at a bar, people are really like, these guys aren't good comics. You know, they're at a bar.
Gotcha.
Right, yeah.
But if you're at the Improv, and especially working with big names, in their head, they're like, oh, everyone here is funny. This must be their like circle they tour with. And so you can go up there and say the dumbest shit, and people are just laughing because they're in that mood.
Right.
Gotcha.
But when you're somewhere else, and it's like, oh, here's these 3 dudes that are gonna do comedy for you here on this.
Have you
They're
ever
like, fuck these
done?
people.
Have you ever done 18 bin?
Yeah, I've done 18 bin.
Okay, so like 18 bin is one of those places where like no one's paying attention.
I murder 18 bin.
Yeah, well,
so
then you must be really fucking good.
So
I
walk
went
on
a
the
long time
tables.
ago with my ex, my boyfriend at the time, and they were doing open mic, and we were at the bar, and we were like, what the fuck's happening over there? And like no one's funny, and like no one's laughing.
Oh,
and then we're just like kind of moved on with our lives and just sat there talking to each other, and I was like, this has to be the shittiest place to do comedy.
I would hate
comedy because
myself.
like you're just not like no one cares.
I get there and I'll change it up, dude. I'll go in there because I do Amir's show, Amir the Miracle. I do his show and I'll headline it. And I go, I think that because he has all this stuff up on the stage, I'm like, I think this is just a reason for him to fucking sell merchandise. Look at this shit. I was like, we're doing comedy at a swap meet? And shit. And then I'll go sit with people. I'm like, what's going on with this booth? And I'll sit with them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on with you? What's your name?
Okay.
And I'll just go. I'll start roasting people, dude. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, it's our anniversary. I'm like, dude, you got a shitty husband. You brought you 18 bin, smash burger and fries for $6. That's what you're having. And dude, I'll just go. I'll talk to everyone.
Yeah.
People be at the bar. I'm like, what's happening over here? What's fucking important that you're so loud? I'll go. Oh, dude, I go insane.
Well, because that's what I was kind of saying. Like, so you see all these comedians that are telling you, you can do it, and like, how do you start your like routine? Like, where did you start your routine to even do your first show? Like, what can, like, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this. What was your next step to like make sure you had I mean, because I'm assuming the pressure was on also, like, I gotta fucking perform, I gotta be good.
There was a difference from back then to now. See, back then, you're trying to write jokes, you're trying to like remember your favorite comics and like the way they did stuff and delivered stuff. And that, I believe, that's the total wrong thing to do. The best way to be a comedian is if you're funny, you got to be funny. No one's going to teach you how to be funny. I don't care how many classes you take, you're not going to learn how to be funny, okay? You're going to learn how to walk the stage.
I think it's weird to take comedy classes.
It really
that's
is.
like going to bartending school.
Yeah.
Do you
go to laugh classes?
You learn from... But I feel like you learn, because I get a lot of like, do you go to school for that? No. You don't. I just paid attention to my bartenders when I was working. And like I got promoted.
Yeah.
So it's like you study everyone else, and you study, and then you take what they do, and then you make it your own and then you build from there. You don't need a school to.
Yeah, doesn't it make it more like not wanting to do it too? Like nobody wants to be.
Yeah, and then they're also probably teaching you the right shit anyways.
This fun thing and turn it into some
boring. You can't even drink it.
You're like, okay, come on.
And then you end up working for only one comedian under one.
No, your best bet, if you want to be a comedian, what I tell everybody is the way you're going to make is you got to learn you got to find yourself on stage first.
Yeah,
and once you know how to act like yourself, because there's no difference from what I'm doing here to what I'm going to do when I leave here and go on stage at Jimmy Kimmel's. This is exactly what I do. I don't care. I'll talk shit. This is exactly what I do because there's no one else like us.
This at my bar and then continues that shit upstairs.
Yeah. We just walk it right up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get it because it seems like you're like you have a lot of charisma. You like to like Sorry,
I feel like he like also like
involves.
I don't really like. Sometimes I get to like as I'm like going and like restocking my car, like I'll go up and be able to like hear him while I'm like working.
Yeah.
But it's almost like he's still like you still like make shit up like oh like something like the pineapple shit just happened and then you're like you go upstairs and you're like you guys just now you're just like are you fucking serious and then you just implement it into your act because you're like I gotta tell this fucking story.
Everything like I was just in LA the other night at this brand new club and it's over like almost in like downtown LA. So the neighborhood it's downtown LA, right? The club's amazing, but I walk in and there's like this big mural, and I'm up in like 3 minutes. There's a big mural of the beach and stuff. So I'm like, okay, awesome. So I just go up there, And I go, kind of. I was like, you guys worried about your fucking car?
Yeah.
You guys worried about your car? I was like, you see this? I said, this is where I thought I was. They sent me a picture of this shit. I thought I was coming here. I pulled up. I said, where's the water? And the motherfucker pointed to the clogged gutter. There, motherfucker. There it is. I was like, oh my. So I just go off.
Yeah,
I'll see shit and just hammer, have fun, dude.
Well, being quick is so hard too, because I can't imagine. Because in your special, I watched your special. You were even saying like, oh, this joke didn't work here because no one knows about this. And I was like, well, yeah, like like Disneyland. I think we were talking about.
Yeah. That joke don't work in Wisconsin.
Yeah, like because a lot of people have gone to Disneyland in Wisconsin, so they don't get it to begin with. But how quickly do you have to change most of your sets, or because you're kind of doing the crowd work beforehand? Is it kind of like each set, like each state is a new set?
Yeah, 100%. So like. I like to get there a day early, and I'll go around. Like I'll go to the zoo. I'll go to like the antique shops. I'll ask fools, "Hey, what's your craziest bar?" Or like, "Where's the hood?" Like here, what's the hood? Like, and then so when I get there, and I'll start roasting. Be like, say I'm in Hawaii, like Oahu, and I'll be like roasting people. I'm like, Hawaii's so beautiful, right? And someone's like, "Woo!" I'm like, "Don't woo. You live in Waianae, bitch. We know." And then people are like, "Yeah," because they know. So I fit into all of that.
Yeah.
So like.
So like you do your like research. Like,
100%. But I just go out and see it.
Yeah.
And like I'll see stupid shit happen, and like sometimes I'll tell them the story. And they're like, "Yeah, no, that always happens on that street." I'm like, "Always? Where are the fucking cops? Maybe you should tell the police that's been happening 3 times a day. Maybe they'd be interested in learning about that."
So you did your first comedy special, Too High to Remember What I Forgot.
Yeah, Too High to Remember What I Forgot.
It came out on 4/20/2023 on Amazon Prime.
Yes, indeed.
I watched it on YouTube. It was fantastic. It was great. Made me giggle. Made my husband giggle a lot too. Because even like you're talking about your dad, and then like, do you really have 6 kids? Is that real?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 6 kids.
6 kids.
I had no idea.
I was like,
6 kids, 4 baby moms.
Hell yeah.
That's why I work so much, man. I have to make the money, and nobody wants to be home with 6 kids.
And let me just tell you, he talked about the Disneyland trip with 6 kids. That sounds like a fucking nightmare to begin with.
It's insane.
And then financially,
that's
a $10,000 trip.
In all honesty, I'm the biggest kid. I'm like, put the kids to sleep so I can ride Space Mountain.
Go.
And like my kids know. My kids, when they're with me, they're spoiled. So they know like our Disney trips or any theme park. They know they get anything they want. Anything. They know to wait till the end of the night though, because Dad doesn't carry shit. That's one of my pet peeves. I don't carry shit. Like my backpack's cool, but like this, nope. Ain't carrying shit. If I take a to-go box, it's just to give it to an unfortunate person on the street real fast. That's as far as it's getting. I don't carry shit. So, my kids...
That's a really good thing to do. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, no, I mean, but whatever. But I'm saying like, I don't want to carry shit, so I'll just hit up all the...
At the end.
At the end. Because everybody's buying their shit in the beginning, right?
Yeah, and that's
just
because they want you to spend the money on the locker.
Yeah.
Because the locker's $20 for the day now, instead of just a quarter back in the day with the... You seen it on the special. But anyway.
Actually.
So when we go, my kids know that at the end of the night, they're going to get whatever the fuck they want. They're gonna get it, whatever. But the only thing I want, and they won't bitch. They could be like, "Oh, let's go to this line." Once I say, there's 2 things I need from the theme park. It's a pickle and popcorn. And those are my only 2 things. So like when we're running around, I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna get a pickle. And like one of them be like, "Oh, but the line's short." My oldest will be like, "Dad's getting his pickle?" And then we could do whatever we want.
I got this planned out.
They got those pickles at Cedar Point.
Oh, do they?
So I took a picture of Sarah just... that bitch made it her profile photo.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm the weirdo like this to feel, because I want the crunchiest one, not soft. So I'm like.
You're like, and you've also toured with Tommy Chong.
Yes.
Right? So how did that
story
start?
Was so funny.
Yeah. So I started touring with Tommy. What it initially happened was I was at the Improv. So we did an interview on KCAL, and then we worked together on the Showtime LOL Comedy Festival. And we were smoking and got cool. Well, then he was coming to the Ontario Improv.
Oh.
So I'm like, "Hey, Tommy, can I write him?" And mind you, I write him on Facebook Messenger. This is like 2012.
Okay.
So I write him on Facebook Messenger. And I'm like, hey, da-da-da-da. Then he answers back, yeah, man. Because I asked him for tickets. He goes, yeah, man. How about you help me do the show? Help me sell it out since that's your improv. And I'm like, there's no way this is Chong. And I'm like, help you sell it? Like, once your name goes up, this shit's sold the fuck out, dog. You don't need me. And then I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking still someone's fucking with me, right?
Yeah.
So all the way up to the day of the show, I'm like trying to write little thing. Hey, I'll see you tonight. Yeah. He's like, yeah, man. So I get there. And I walk to the back door, and Tommy's sitting where the audience would sit, and he's like writing some stuff down. I go, hey, Tommy, and he goes, hey, man. I'm like, fuck, does he even know who the fuck I am?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's Stoner Rob. And he goes, yeah, I know, man. And mind you, now that I've worked with him for so long, he'll say that
to everyone.
I could introduce you. You could go up and be like, no, I met you like in 1995 at this crazy circus in Albuquerque.
Upside down.
Oh, yeah. It's just like every time. So I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, so I finally just broke it. I was like, am I supposed to be here?
Like, was I fooled on the internet?
And he's like, yeah. I was like, was I writing you? He goes, yeah, I was writing you, man. So I'm like, okay, fucking cool. Okay, check one.
Phew.
And now I'm like, so how much time you want me to do? He goes, what are you talking about? I'm like, the fuck you mean? A very direct question. I go, how much time on the show? He goes, oh no, man, it's not like that, man. It's a podcast we take around the U.S. and we do interviews and like funny stuff. It's gonna be cool. It's called Chung and Chong because I'm on the show and then Paris produces it. And I'm like, okay, so
what am I doing?
Still haven't answered the fucking question.
Right. How many minutes do I need to do?
So do you want to interview me? And he's like, oh no, man, we're not gonna. Well, so am I gonna do like
okay.
some comedy or a voiceover work? Oh no, you don't get it. And this is the moment that changed my whole career. He goes, no, you don't get it, man. You're gonna be my co-host on all these. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, you're my cheech, man. And I was like, oh, that those words, you're my cheech, man. Changed my.
Did you have a panic attack?
Oh, dude, I was like, cool. Like, yeah, no worries. I got your back.
I would have thrown up.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go masturbate.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my god, man.
Dude, like that's so. I mean, yes, that feeling. Because when I met Trevor, and then like that day that he introduced me to Ashley, I was like, oh hey, it's nice to meet you. And then when I was like completely alone, I'm like, God, that's Ashley Parker Rachel. Oh my god. And then I'm like, okay, like like. Don't want anybody to know that I'm fangirling, but like the 13-year-old in me was like screaming. So it's like it's that same feeling like, oh my god, this is my dream, but I'm just gonna pretend like it's
yeah.
Turn around and scream.
I do this all the time.
Yeah, like no problem.
I'll chill.
No big. Sammy Chong just asked me to be his no fucking big deal.
And now we just like
really big shoes.
now we just roast each other. We'll go places. He'll be like, don't trust the little Mexican, man. I'm like, me. At least, dude, you're half Japanese and half Canadian. At least all my contents touch.
Is it weird? So is that first podcast that you guys do together, is it kind of weird because you don't know your placement?
No, it
just made
so
sense.
amazing. It was like we've been working together for years.
That's awesome.
Because I know how he is.
Yeah.
And he knew somewhat how I am.
Yeah.
And Paris really knew. His son knows how I am.
Okay.
So he's like, yeah, well, this is going to be good. So you had Chong doing like, that's far out. Like the hippie stoner shit. Then you had me, like the over hyper stoner. Like what is that shit? What is that shit? You know what I mean? And like, it was just a crazy.
It was good.
Chong was like, weed helped me stop smoking cigarettes. Like we'd just be up there, these little fillers, and be like, weed helped me stop smoking cigarettes. You know that, man? I'm like, yeah, why is that, dude? He goes, oh, because like when I would want a cigarette, I just smoke a joint.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just.
And I go, oh, I thought it was because you smoked so much weed you forgot where you put your cigarettes.
That's a good one, yeah.
He's like, maybe. Like, do you have my cigarettes?
That's pretty good. So does he like smoke ungodly amount of weed, or is it like a lot of kind of an act too? Like he's kind of fallen.
No act, but here's the thing about weed. There's a certain name for it, and I can never remember it. It bugs me. But weed is a drug to where the longer you smoke it, you don't need more. Like other drugs, like cocaine and meth, you need the more you do that, you need more and more. Weed, you don't.
Yeah.
Like it'll build your tolerance, but you don't need it to get high.
Yeah.
Like if you're a huge stoner and you didn't smoke weed for a day, 2 hits of a joint,
You're like,
you'll be like, oh hell yes, thank God I'm faded.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, real
So
talk. Yeah.
Chong is at the level. He's still he's high every day.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a funny story about this in a minute. But he's high every day. But like Chong can like take a nice sized joint like that.
Yeah.
And that'll last him like the day into the next day. Because he'll take like 3 hits to his dome, put it out, be all high, and then come back in a couple hours,
That's
spark
what
it
I
again.
need in my life.
2 hits. That's what he does. But he's still a Bogart. Do you want to hear some shit? This motherfucker. So this fool will still, every
Are you
time
gonna
we
tell the Hot
tour.
Pocket story?
Oh, you want to hear the Hot Pocket story?
No,
Dude, but every
Okay,
time we
sorry.
tour, time we tour, we're in fucking, I think Raleigh, North Carolina. So
Oh boy.
this place gives us some weed, and I'm like, cool. And they give Chong like a pound of this certain amount of weed, and they give me a quarter pound. So, and mind you, Chong smokes he has a fucking 3 safes
he
full
doesn't
of
need a
weed that we're
pound
never
of
gonna,
weed.
like, some of that's probably still from the 80s, you know?
Right.
So, like, he gets it, and he smells his weed, and they're like, here, Rob, here's a QP for you. I'm like, hey, good looking out. I smell it. Chong goes, is that the same stuff? And they're like, no, we gave Rob some OG, we gave you some Granddaddy. He goes, oh, I like OG too, man. Let me see that. And he goes, oh, that's good. They could give you some other stuff too, man, because I like. And everyone thinks he's playing. Like, he's not playing.
Yeah.
Everyone just stole my weed, you
He's
guys.
like, I like
And
this
they're like,
one.
he's not really gonna give you that weed back. I'm like, no, bro. Like, he's not gonna smoke that fool, and the rest of his life is not gonna smoke that weed.
But he's gonna pocket it.
So they're going to give me another QP. They're like, here you go, Rob. I'm like, thanks,
thank
bro. And they're like, don't tell Tom. I'm like, you don't tell Tom you gave it to me. You asshole. Dude, her story she loves, we're on tour one time, and his hotel's not ready. So everyone comes to my room, and I have this little room, a little fridge, and at this time I don't have Tommy Chong money, so I'm buying shit on the road. Like I bought Hot Pockets from across the street.
Okay, now I feel that.
And I open, you know, the little fridges in the hotel. They have the little big fridge and the little freezer section, right?
Yeah.
So I go, okay, cool, fuck yeah, fucking throw my Hot Pockets in there. Everyone's in my room. And then I see Tommy open my fridge and put something on top of the Hot Pocket. Mind you, there's all this room, but on top of the Hot Pockets. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? It looked like I'm like, is that acid? It's like, oh shit. And so I go, bro, what'd you put on my Hot Pocket? And Tommy is like one of those old dudes that doesn't answer shit. Just goes on a rant. Like those Montana cowboy guys. And we're like, how hot is it?
Always
I
a
couldn't tell you the exact temperature. But the sun could tell you more than the shade of the tree. Tommy's like, oh yeah, Rob, so remember how I had colon cancer, man? And I'm like, yeah, what? So he goes, remember? I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, now I gotta take RSO. And I go, okay, cool, I love RSO. He goes, oh, but I gotta take it in like suppositories, man. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, and I gotta keep them cold, man. I'm like, hold on. Do you have ass pills on top of my Hot Pockets? And he just goes on with his story, doesn't it? He goes, oh man, yeah, so I gotta take one a day and keep them cold. And you know what sucks about that, man? And I'm like, what? He goes, I only get to do one a day because that feels good, man. Why did you put them directly on top of my... He's like, I just opened the freezer and threw them in there. I'm like, dude, the fuck, man?
I've just recently discovered the RSO, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of changed my life.
Go for it.
I mean, like, honestly, within the last 2 weeks, I was like, oh.
Oh, it's the best. I've made it for people for years and years and years.
Because I'm an edible girl, like that's my preferred. Because you just can't fucking do edibles all day long. Well, I can't, but like, I don't know, but I just can't. But so like.
You can, man.
I know.
You just got to put it. You're probably just eating edibles of a certain way. So what you got to do is make your own butter. Because once you make your own butter, then but then you got to think outside the box. Edible macaroni and cheese.
Oh yeah.
I use the butter for my noodles on shrimp scampi.
Yep.
I use the butter to break down my spaghetti, like
Question:
everything.
Can you take like the weed, right, and then like put it in, like boil it, and then let it cool, and then turn that into.
So
like,
THC does best with fats.
Oh yeah. So I could create
you
oils.
Can make a tea.
Yeah, I could create oils, no problem. So I could create
like edible stuff that I can put in like cocktails.
Yeah.
Because I want like I don't like smoke weed. I'm not really big on the edibles. One year I got so sunburned because my dumbass decided. Do you remember this? I made a whole. I was working at Chayo. I made a fuckload of money into like treat myself. I was like, I'm gonna go to California and I'm gonna go to the beach. But I got off work at 2 a.m. and I left at 5 a.m. and drove to California. And I fell asleep on the beach.
Oh man, I hate sunburn. I'll throw up.
She can open her eye.
I looked like my boyfriend at the time refused to take me anywhere because it looked like he punched me in the face.
No, it was
he
bad.
was like, I didn't want people to think that I beat you.
Oh,
so like
God.
it was that bad.
It was bad.
So I literally
It was so
laid
bad.
on my like couch, like bathing suit top. Actually, basically a bathing suit for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Chayu told me not to come back until my face was right because I took a picture of my face and I sent it to my bosses and they were like, you can't work looking like that. Like come back when your face is right.
It was so bad.
I was taking like the THC pills every day because I was in so much pain, and then I had like my roommate was constantly like,
I think that's when we found the lotion.
Aloe vera, THC aloe, man.
So I had that. I had one of my friends from work come over and everyone volunteered to fucking rub me down.
Oh my god.
It would be fun to kind of learn a new ingredient to use.
So what we could give you is called tincture.
Yeah.
So tincture is no fats, no lipids, pure oil. You could get water soluble. So you can add it to anything. It won't separate. Especially if you add it to this, heat it back up, cool it back down. Then it won't separate at all.
Okay.
So it'll be completely dissolved throughout it. Okay. So and then you just develop your parts.
So can you make it like a simple syrup? Like do like 1 cup of weed to 1 cup, because like the way that you like make simple syrup is 1 cup of hot water to 1 cup of sugar. I did 1 cup of tea to 1 cup of sugar.
Well, what
could you like boil it and then like let it cool?
I'll just get you weed sugar at that point. If you're gonna make a simple syrup, you can get like THC infused sugar.
Didn't know.
Yeah. So
I
would just do that.
Like learning it, like I'm like maybe I can like learn a new ingredient.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't do that at work, but like for like
try it for me.
Yeah.
No.
What we'll do is bring you a thing of tincture.
Yeah.
So the tincture, it's like eye drop, but you just add it to whatever. It's supposed to go under your tongue. But you could add it into whatever you want.
You can add it in your cocktails?
Yeah, well, a lot of like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
Amy, when she has her little like shakeable things, it's like the smile drink
I
that she does.
have Slactivist syrup.
Oh.
It's pure syrup. They're different flavors. I get you like fucking yuzu, dragon mango, blueberry, anything. They're syrups, and they're each bottle. Well, the ones I get on the low, each bottle's 1,000 milligrams for me. But I could get you your 100 milligram bottle if you like the legal stuff. But I do 1,000 milligram bottle.
Auto needs.
I'll drink it on stage, the whole bottle.
So
like that's rock and roll.
Make cocktails for her and like maybe, and then like she could be like my taste tester. Like, how does this
They're
smell?
called cocktails.
Well, I know the lounges here in town have cocktails. They don't have any alcohol, but they have like, but they're only like, I don't know,
mocktails.
they're like 3 milligrams or 5 milligrams.
Yeah, they're
weak.
weak.
I know.
More than that.
When you're on tour and stuff, everyone's like, oh my God, here's my product, or are they just more like, here you go, man, I made this for you? Like, do you trust that at all?
Both, yeah. I mean, me and Jong don't care. Like, if they laced it, we want it to be a surprise anyway. So like, oh, cheers. What is this one?
That's the
barbecue. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this good old barbecue with. Oh my God.
I'm telling you,
that's like mesquite hickory smoke right there. Holy shit. It's called curveball?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
That threw me a curveball right now.
It does. It's wild.
We need to cook with this.
Yes.
We need to cook with
I
that.
can still smell it.
So what are your socials? Promote everything that you want to promote that you can think of, because push everything. That's the goal.
Check it out. All my social media is at Stoner Rob. That's as easy as it gets. At Stoner Rob.
Callie and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Everything's Reality Check Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's all the same, right? And if you guys want to follow me, please do. I don't have plates on my car, so that'd help out. Now, if you're gonna follow
Really close behind me. Don't let anyone see.
check me out on Amazon at Stoner Rob Live. Got my own line of glass coming out and brand new gear.
Ooh.
We linked up with Stoner Clothing.
Like
to
glass or like
that glass.
Oh.
Hard glass.
You want me to get you some Tupperware? I have my own Tupperware coming out, guys.
I mean,
It'll be available at Mary Kay.
I'll take some old-fashioned glass.
I'll get you a dope glass. I'll have my glass blower blow you a heady glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it right here. We'll have the reality check on it.
Ooh.
I'll get you something dope as fuck.
Sweet.
Well, Jessica. Oh,
Thank you, Rob, for coming.
Thank you for having me. This has been
welcome.
fun.
Tell Vicky I said hello.
I'm gonna leave all my good jokes here and go eat a dick on stage now. No, that's what was funny earlier, guys. Guys.
Go to the podcast.
Watch the podcast.
It comes out Monday.
I was on fire. This time just.
Sorry, guys. I gave it my all earlier.
Do it in front of people.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, that was Reality Check. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.